Well, this particular group today did pretty well on the felling. Everything was pretty much on target. We had some trouble getting everything down because it's very thick canopies in here. Pretty much made it down to the ground. Excellent situations for day 3. Spring poles, trees that are still attached to the stump. Quite a lot of kind of straight line wind tops. Gonna be some good piles for the group. Think about now, you cut in about halfway, which was good, but you only got about an inch there. I'm not so sure you got an inch on the other side, but if you get too close on your bypass, then it's able to move. And see, the neat thing about an offset, whether you're on this side, you know, on the ground or whatever, it's a cantilever effect, right? So basically, the top's going to open more than the bottom closes, which is what you want it to do. But you gotta think about it. You stop because it moved, but you still got fiber thing holding on the other side over there a little bit. But you don't go back in the bottom one, because the bottom one is what? That's your compression side. If you go back in the bottom, you're gonna be stuck. So you gotta cut it from the top. Now, now the other thing is, if you're clear on your plan and you've cut those two, see, there's no movement there to speak of. So you don't have to jerk anything because you know where you got to be. When you start to get to where you're going to sever those two pieces of fiber, then what should your position be? You're kind of reaching out, you got your feet right, you don't want to be standing here like this, because if you have to move, then you're going to sit down, aren't you? So you have to make sure when you get to that level, whether you're cutting from the top all the way down, or you're cutting half and half, or you got whatever, when you get to that last bit of fiber, you have to realize it's going to move. You got to expect movement. You don't, do you? It's actually cut. You cut half from the top, you cut more than half from the bottom. So if it's under a big load, you want to be careful that you line up correctly, because if you stand too far to the rear and cut too flat, it's going to split. You want to try to keep the same height. Now as I start to come to the back, watch. The fiber will go out. You can see how this fiber, it can't go to the side because you got two openings. And so that enables it to go out without splitting. We started yesterday, day one, about 30 folk, half of them today, half of them tomorrow in the felling, and then Thursday and Friday. Be looking at storm pressures and binds. A nice location here at Old Landfill that we are going to be able to take down some trees. Have some storm damage in here already. But we're gonna look at making a little bit more, some piles that will hopefully give us some pressures and binds to kind of play with a little bit. Got a great set of trees here to work with, I think. See how everything falls out today. Well, this particular group today did well on the felling. Everything was pretty much on target. We had some trouble getting everything down because it's very thick canopies in here. Everything pretty much made it down to the ground. Excellent situations for day 3. We got large spring poles, trees that are still attached to the stump.
Holding on to the hand of self-destruction, and I'm back to a place that I left a long time